All right, guys, it's Hink here, back like I never left. And so this is a little bit of a different video today. Not going to be as much instructional or anything educational. Just going to kind of talk. Many of you all probably have no idea who I am. I mean, I guess that's probably not the case if you're on this channel, but some of you all have probably noticed that I've been a little MIA for like a month and some change. And so I was just getting on here to talk about kind of, what I've been up to, what I've been doing. And so this is just a little update. But before we go any further, I have been actually grinding on the video scene. And so my editor currently has about probably five, maybe six videos, including like advanced injury recovery protocols, like including things like peptides, HGH, actually, believe it or not, other kind of chemical substances that are a little bit more extreme but could be potentially helpful. And so I also have a video working on basically a new it's actually not a new paper, but it's a paper that was published about basically like, does size matter? What do the women say? What do the men say? Um, I have a paper coming out. I mean, another video coming out on like focused ultrasound and shockwave therapy, and so a bunch of different techniques that I think that you all find interesting. And so I have been working. I haven't just been taking time off. Um, what have I been doing? Well, guys, this isn't one of those videos where I'm going to get on here and be like, I just needed to decompress and, I get so stressed out, which I do sometimes. But actually, this wasn't what this was about. Guys, I'll be honest, I've just been enjoying life. I'm not trying to be out here like flexing or anything, but I mean, I've actually been like putting my gains to use, if you will. And so it's like I finally got to the point where I'm pretty much over my dysmorphia completely. I feel like I'm at a very good size by all measures, and I just I've just been enjoying life, and so that takes many different forms. Certainly, when it comes to like intimacy with my significant other, which we have been very intimate recently, which has been wonderful. But even just I'm not gonna. I don't want to really say like disconnecting from like the internet and stuff. I mean, that is a part of it, but it's just like um, real life is just so much better than digital life in general. And um, I work really hard to get where I am. And once again, I'm not trying to flex or anything, guys. I'm just telling you kind of what's been going through my mind. But I work really hard as a physician, and so I've also been just kind of enjoying the fruits of my labor. And so some of that has been some traveling here and there. Some of that is just just kind of relaxing and just not being on Reddit, answering especially like the same questions over and over and over again, especially when people that are kind of, in my opinion, too lazy to take like 3 seconds to just look up, what the potential answer is. And so I've been out here living, guys. I've been very happy. I'll tell you that. Um, there's certainly a lot of stressors right now, but this is probably the happiest I've been in quite some time, and I've just enjoyed being happy and just and everything that has come with that. And so just taking some time to appreciate life, and I hope you all can actually do that as well, and just take a second to. I know not everybody's in the same position as me, but just appreciate what life you do have, and just be grateful for the life you have, regardless of what size you are or what your job is. You're alive, and you need to make the best out of today. But I'm not going to get all like motivational, but like guys, if you knew how long I've been like grinding, I mean, whether it be like through school, through my 6 years of residency, through like working my way up the ladder to become like I'm the medical director, and I'm on these executive boards now. And so I have been like quite busy as far as from a like work perspective. And we're also like working on this big merger with one of the other like major national like oncology groups. And so there's just been a lot that's been going on. And yeah, and I mean, it's been good, it's been busy, but it's been good. So that's one thing. I've just been enjoying life, guys. Another thing is that I have been on my workout grind. And so if you guys have been following me for some time, you know that I have actually my goal was to like get back to my basically um, my pre basically the shutdown weight. Okay, when the shutdown happened, I was limited to working out in my basement, and then I discovered PE, and like all of my workout time went to working out my member, which in hindsight, I mean, it's like, I made massive gains from it. I'm very pleased with that. But I also kind of let my body go to what I would say, for my standards, let my body go to crap. Okay. And so I was probably, I mean, like I was consistently around like a real 10% like body fat. I mean, you could see like every ab in my body. And I ballooned up where I couldn't even see my abs anymore. And I wasn't like huge or anything by any means. And I don't mean no disrespect to anybody that's suffering from obesity and like, have a difficult time keeping their weight off. I've been blessed with genetics, but like I've been grinding, guys, and there's often days right now where I'm actually not even doing any PE whatsoever. And so I don't even know if this will like come through, and maybe this will be flexing, but like as you can see, like, well, no, there you go. You can see a little bit. Like, oh, Hink is getting back into form, or at least I'm trying to. I know like my arms aren't the biggest, but like even like if you look at the definition around my collarbone and stuff, like it's coming back, guys. I'm gonna be ready for this summer. I don't care. And so I've been focusing a lot of time on like diet, figuring out my workout plans, getting back in the gym, and really doing things like cardio and things that are like the things that I used to do all the time, and paying more attention to what I eat, because I know a lot of you guys are going to argue with me, and it's easy for me to say now that I made my gains, but like when I personally am a heterosexual, and like when I'm trying to attract women, which I'm not right now because I love my significant other, but it's like my body is one of the first things that they notice is like, I'm a pretty tall guy, which obviously I have going in my favor. But then they notice that like I'm ripped, especially in the summertime, ripped, whatever. For, a natural 40-year-old, I will claim that at least previously I was ripped. I'm working on getting back there. But anyways, I just think that's far more important. And even what I've seen is that like my fat pad has just reduced dramatically. And I didn't even realize how much it was there until I had lost that weight. And so when I first started this like recent workout, really hard push was about 8 weeks ago. And I started at like 232. So I'm like 6'5", 232. And now I'm like 6'5", and I mean, last I weighed, I was like down to 218. I know I've lost some muscle mass because I've lost some strength, and I'm not on anabolics to prevent that muscle loss, but it's loss that I'm willing to take because I am losing more fat than muscle. And so, anyways, my fat pad has slimmed down more, and so it actually has made my member even seem even bigger now that my fat pad has been reduced. So that's been dope. We did talk about disconnecting, and so I do feel like Reddit. I mean, it's not quite social media, but it is like a toxic place. I just remember like there is this guy that his name was like Mike Literis or something, and like he was so upset because one of his posts got removed, and it was like it had nothing to do with like PE, nothing to do with our subreddit. And dude, and I I shouldn't have even engaged this guy, but he was like so upset. I was like, why do you guys get so upset and so worked up on the internet? It just blows my mind sometimes. And so it is nice to disconnect, and even things like on our subreddit, yes, like I'm doing pretty well for myself, like size wise, I'm well above average in both like length and girth. But then I would see some guy that's like, he posts like, I'm 9 by 6 and I want to get to 10, and it would kind of mess with me a little bit, guys. I'm not gonna lie. And once again, like I'm cool with where I am. I'm beyond cool. I'm thrilled with where I am. But there are just certain times where like I'll see guys. It's almost like pornography in a sense that it's like it's one thing to like know you're big, but then to like see other people that are consistently bigger than you. Like I think it does kind of play games with your mind a little bit, and so it was playing with mine, and so. I think that's part of the reason why I've been so happy kind of disconnecting is just because like I'm not bombarded with phalluses all day, outside of like my Patreon, which is like still popping off. And of course guys are like, hey, I have this injury, do you mind if I send you a picture? And I'm like, nah, dude, of course, like please, I want to see your deep, like please send me a picture. But I mean, some of it, like in order to actually get an accurate injury diagnosis or whatever, you actually do need to see it. But anyways, guys, I would advise if any of you all, especially if you're looking at things like pornography, certainly advise you to take a break from that, from like the dopamine aspect. And I do think the dopamine like receptor, as silly as it might sound, even going on Reddit and seeing like I have, 5 new whatever alerts, and it's like so and so liked your post or so and so commented, and like, great job, Hink, thanks. You do get a little hit of dopamine, and so being able to like decompress from that was actually nice and just kind of reset those dopamine receptors to the point where I'm back where I like I put the information out to put the information out. And if you want to like it, like, great. I always appreciate that. It lets me know that it's worth my time. But like, you don't have to like it in order for me to like find value or find worth in what I'm doing. Let's see. You talked about disconnecting, working on. Oh yeah, guys. And so I'm actually working on a lot of new formulas. So me and BD have been grinding, especially BD. But we got a bunch of different products coming out. Like, I have a nerve support product coming out soon. By I mean Leviathan SUPS, Leviathan Wellness with BD. I have an anti-fibrosis drug coming out, and I even have a natural, like Viagra, basically, for lack of a better word, natural PDE5 inhibitors that are found in different plants. And like, I think I finally honed down that formula where we're going to get that into production soon. And so researching these different ingredients, these different papers, and trying to put all that information together has been, it's actually taken quite a lot of time as well. And so just building our business, building, like, guys, I can't thank you enough. The support has been absolutely unbelievable, and I'm so glad that you trust me and BD, especially those trusting what I do. And so I think that's pretty much it, guys. And so I appreciate those checking in on me. I appreciate all the support. And this is just a precursor because, like I said, I'm going to be pumping out a lot of content here now that I've kind of relaxed, recentered, recharged, and refocused. And so please stay tuned. Obviously, if you really want to stay up to date with what I do, please subscribe to the channel. It always helps if I can see like subscribers. And then please like the video if you like it. And yeah, guys, so I think that's pretty much it. I wish everybody the best, everybody peace and love, and I cannot wait to start pumping out more content for you guys and get back to doing what I'm doing. That being said, guys, I don't know how active I'm going to be on Reddit again. I've kind of been lurking here in the past couple of days, and I don't know, man. I shouldn't get annoyed with stuff like this, but it's like the same questions keep coming up. And I wish I remembered the username so I could give you a shout out. But there was like somebody just like yesterday posted, it's like, what's better, L-arginine or L-citrulline? And it's like, you know, I don't know how many posts I made, like maybe 5 different posts, and then at least 2 or 3 or 4 different videos going over why L-citrulline is so much better than L-arginine. At least on paper, based on the clinical trials. And so it's kind of like sometimes I feel like I have the boat is sinking and I have like a spoon. And so like, and I'm putting my information out there with my little spoon, and maybe I'm not giving myself credit or giving, some guys credit, but sometimes just like, why, like, why am I doing this when nobody, that's not fair to say nobody. Cause one of my major flaws, my toxic trait, is that I focus on the negative too much, guys. And so, but anyway, so a guy posted that question, and honestly, it like warmed my heart. It sincerely warmed my heart when one of the Reddit users said, L-citrulline is better. Hink made a video on it. Check it out. And I was like, man, thank you. And so anyways, guys, that's just to say that I do like putting this information out there, but I don't like it when it falls on deaf ears. And for any of you guys that have been following me, and there's several of like huge supporters, guys, thank you so much, because I will check the comments, or I have at least in the past, and there's been guys that have been like, check out, you Hinkle McCringleberry's stuff. He answers this question, or, Hink made a post on this. Check it out here. So obviously I do appreciate that, guys, but I'm just rambling now. So anyways, guys, for real this time, peace and love. I'll catch you guys on the next one, and talk to you soon. Peace.